Now, welcome back to the channel, all my hustlers and grinders and go-getters, the ones that wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, say, I'm going to get this money. You got some real hitters in the building today. You got Matt, the JoJo, and if you can see, Andrew with Jedi Junk Removal with the best CRM in the world, Autopilot. Up in the building. You want to say something, JoJo, or what?
No, we're going to get Andrew on here, and he's going to talk about Autopilot and all the great things that he's been doing with that.
What's going on, brother?
Oh, how you guys doing?
Doing good, doing good.
It's funny now because we talk every day, so I feel like we're besties now.
A little bit, huh? Kind of.
Oh, the tipsy sniper. What's up, the tipsy sniper?
So let's talk about Autopilot. What's up with it? What's going on with it?
Yeah, dude. Okay, so yeah, I guess we'll just jump in there, huh? No lube or anything. I'm just kidding.
no lube at all. We going in raw. Come on.
We going in hard. Okay. So yeah. Autopilot, we're in beta testing. We're in beta, everybody. I do want to, we're going to talk about Autopilot, but I want to be clear that we're in beta, but it still has I would say 90% of what all the multi-billion-dollar companies can do. I would say we're like, and you could talk about it later too. We're 90% there. And, but, I'm going to backtrack just really quick. We'll talk about this for 5 minutes at most. The Junk Expo. I don't think we've had an opportunity to talk about it live. I don't think so. I know you guys have probably been talking about this a lot, but dude, that was awesome. That was the coolest thing ever. Oh no, we did we all were on live, huh? That's what it was. Didn't we do? No, that was before the.
Yeah, it was before.
That was before.
We haven't really talked much about.
Yeah, I haven't really got to talk to you guys about how it went. So, it was awesome, guys. I don't know what they're doing next year, what Matt and JoJo's plans are. Maybe not. We'll find out. But if you guys were to do another one, I'm there.
Yeah, it was off the damn hook, meeting all the junk haulers coming from Canada, Florida. We had so many YouTubers there too. It was like a family gathering, pretty much. Yeah. It was just nothing but love in the building.
There was such a buzz. You could tell that absolutely everyone was really enjoying themselves and really having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just super happy with the outcome for sure.
Yeah, it was guys. I hate to say it, but you missed out if you didn't go. So if there ever is another one, make sure you get your tickets. If there ever is another one, it was incredible. So yeah, thank you for that. And honestly, it was really cool to not only be a part of the community and the whole family thing. And it really felt like I understand what Vin Diesel means now when he's like this broken record when he talks about the franchise of Fast and Furious. He's like, it's like a family. Every interview with him, he's like, we're just family, right? Every single interview, Vin Diesel's like, it's family. And I'm like, okay, man, you're a cheeseball. But now it really, truly does feel like family, community, Yeah. So it was really cool. Xavier, I see Xavier in the house. Xavier, dude, you are like, I feel like we're meant to be like besties, like best friends. Xavier and I had a really good connection. I love meeting you, Xavier. I love meeting all of you guys. And what was really cool for me, Matt, besides, of course, family, community, and giving back, is you gave me an experience that, man, was I nervous. But now I have that notch under my belt, speaking in front of a large crowd, right? Because I've spoke before, but this was a real presentation. So now it's like, when I do bigger events or, I have that. Now I'm a little more comfortable. So it was super, super great experience.
So how motivated were you after you left? Like when you were driving back to LA?
Dude, so we were actually supposed to stay in San Francisco for another night. Right. And I was like, honey, I got to get back home and get to work. So we were going to stay for another night and she wanted to stay for another night, but she was okay. She was okay leaving early too, because she could tell I was like, I'm like, we got to go. Y Combinator deadlines in 2 weeks. I got to get to work. And yeah, so I was pumped.
Yeah, and Xavier's a huge guy. I didn't know he was that big. When I first seen him, I was like, holy shit.
I know, he was
linebacker for the Niners or something.
Yeah, dude. He's got some muscle, man. Yeah, Xavier, I'm gonna catch up to you soon though. I ordered my cyclo steroids, so coming after you guys.
I'm gonna need some of that too, I think.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so awesome event. And yeah, that's all. That's all I wanted to say, guys. Is cool event. Can't wait to hopefully one day do it again.
For sure. So let's talk about autopilot. What's going on? Let me hear
All
about
right.
it. I've been using it. I love it. So
Yeah, let's talk about AP. We're finally here, just like the AP, just like Autogat. How do you say the watch? Autogat Piguet or something like that. That fancy ass watch company that's worth those fancy watches are like 100 to a million, 100,000 to $2 million. AP.
AP.
So I guess let's put it out there, guys. So the whole world knows now. Matt and JoJo, you guys are investors in Autopilot. And you've been using it for, I want to say, almost a month now, give or take. And how's it been going? You don't have to go into too much detail, but, it is in beta. Of course, there's a few bugs, but how's it been going so far?
You know what? I've been just loving it, and it motivates me more and more every day I use it. Just seeing the graphs, the pie charts, and all that stuff, seeing where the leads are coming from, seeing how much money I make. And the Julio, he's loving it too. Yep. It's really user-friendly, and I'm glad that we invested in it, and we got your back to the full. So we're going to push the hell out of it. Awesome. And I do believe it's going to be the best CRM in the junk business for sure, especially when a junk guy made it. Exactly what we need.
So this is this is the thing about software is building this. What you've seen so far, the iOS app. We also have Android, and then of course we have the desktop website version for people who are like office staff who are on the computer. For larger companies. So there's all three platforms. Building software it's difficult. It's expensive. It's hard. And when you compare our software against Autopilot, against Jobber, which is a multi-billion-dollar company, House Call Pro, which is a multi-billion-dollar company, Workies, which is almost $1 billion company, they have raised Workies has raised $71 million. Jobber has raised $184 million. Just like wrap your minds around that. And House Call Pro raised $174 million, something like that. And they've been around for over a decade. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is they have been around for I think Jobber's at 13 years, House Call Pro's at 12 years, and Workies is at 11 years. It's something like that. And they've been around for a long time and have hundreds of millions of dollars they've raised. That's just the money they've raised, not the money they've made. That's just money they've raised from venture capital firms. And when you look at our software and compare our mobile app with their mobile app, and then our website with their website, we're almost toe to toe. Like, of course, we don't have everything they have yet. I mean, they have $184 million they've raised. But what's insane to me, guys, is for us to even compete in this, for us to build a field service management software or a CRM, to even play with the big boys, I have to even play ball, to even be considered an alternative. I have to, at minimum, match damn near close to everything they have, right? Like, if you really think about it, if you didn't have scheduling and dispatch and calendar and map and route view, invoices, online booking, estimates and clients and leads and a mobile app, an iOS app and an Android app, inviting employees and tracking your data, if I did not at minimum could almost match them completely, I couldn't play with the big boys. So we have built, me and my business partner, in the last 10 months, we were originally supposed to launch in like March. You remember when we did the LA meetup? The whole plan was March, but then I was like, oh shit, there's a lot to do here. There's a lot more than, I was like, okay, I'm not as good as a programmer as I thought I was. No, I'm just kidding. It's a lot to build. So long story short, guys, is if two guys, and you've seen, if any of you guys follow my YouTube channel, you see where my office is at. It's in my freaking closet. I'm in my closet. So two guys, you met my business partner at the Junk Expo. He definitely is the lead engineer on this, right? He's the one, and me in my closet. Two guys. We have raised $200,000 now, almost to $200,000. So it's a good amount of money. but nowhere near 184 million. Would you say we're almost toe to toe with the other company you were using?
I would say this. I am amazed at what you two have done, especially you guys are young. Like you said, you're doing it in the closet. It's just two of you guys doing it, and it's only been 10 months. I am so surprised. When I first opened the app, I was like, all right, let's see what this is all about. Started messing with it. I was like, damn, holy shit. I was like, damn, Andrew's a damn genius, JoJo. Seriously.
That's exactly his words. That's exactly.
And the
what he
best
said.
part is too how I can get a hold of you if there's any questions or anything.
Yeah.
You have those videos and stuff like that, and you just kind of break it down really, really good too.
And it's going to get better and better and easier over time. Guys, we have so many plans for the future of this software. And the most important thing, if I'm gonna leave you guys with one thing to understand what my plan is for Autopilot. Right now, the name doesn't really live up to the software right now. Right now, Autopilot, Auto. There is a reason why the name Auto is in there. There is going to be a lot of things that are done automatically for you that helps your business. And I could talk forever about all these features that are going to be automatically done and AI but we don't want to go. I don't want to go in depth like that right now. But what I do want to let you guys know in Riverland, how dare you get jobber? How dare you? No, I'm just kidding. Hey, if you guys want to switch over, Matt and JoJo will be posting a link or another video later with their link and their invite code, and it's in the App Store, the iOS store, all that stuff. The invitation code is Matt and JoJo. You guys are more than welcome to, but they will be posting something later probably. But if I leave you guys with one thing about this software, like what's going to really separate us from the big three, Jobber, House Call Pro, and Working. Those are the big three. And then if you want to include number 4, Service Titan, those are enterprise guys. We're not touching Service Titan for quite some time. And then you have Your Docket and DRS for dumpster rentals. Right? We don't have dumpster rentals yet, but we will soon. Xavier, my man Andrew is cooking up some insane features. He's going to be off the hook. Yes. So when I was on the truck, Matt, I had a few things that I struggled with. It was that as somebody who's in tech, I was so frustrated with how difficult the software was for me just to use when I got now these features aren't in the system yet, but when you get a phone call and I was trying to do call tracking because, a lot of people do pay for ads, right? Like you guys don't pay for ads, but a lot of people do. And it was so frustrating to me, like booking these jobs and getting phone. I had Grasshopper, and then I had Google Voice, and then I had QuickBooks, and then I had CallRail for call tracking, and then I had my Google ads and my Facebook ads, and I had like 5 freaking different platforms that I was jumping between. And I was just, this is so complicated. This is so frustrating. Even signing up. And right now, I have training videos and stuff, but eventually the whole idea of this is to make it so that you guys can just download Autopilot and go through a couple onboarding screens. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Your whole system is set up within. So the ultimate goal within like 6 months to a year is you sign up and it asks you some yes or no questions, and then your whole platform is good to go and you know how to use it. So I want to be the most beautiful, easy to use user experience with the most power packed behind it, with the most features and AI and all that stuff. I'm going to talk about that now, but at also an affordable price that makes sense. That's not going to because Workies and House Call Pro, those are great. They worked for me at the time, but they were expensive. They were complicated, and I was still juggling multiple apps. So that is the goal with Autopilot eventually, is to be kind of your all-in-one go-to. Anybody could figure it out, because when you decide, most blue collar guys, in our industry, blue collar, it doesn't matter if you're HVAC or plumbing, electrical, cleaning, gutter, power washing, junk removal, moving, you finally decide to start your own business. It's expensive, it's complicated, the software is overwhelming, and I want to just kind of make it an experience, just like you understand. Have you guys ever ridden in a Waymo yet? A Waymo?
No.
Okay, so Okay, so you need next time you go to San Francisco, get in a Waymo. Okay, next time you guys go on a date night to San Francisco.
Oh, we ain't doing that. Hell no. We ain't hopping in that.
Okay, so when you get into a Waymo, when you finally do trust technology, okay, I was scared too. It is the most magical experience in the world. You look at the steering wheel and you're in LA traffic. And I'm just like, I look down and I look up and I'm like, whoa, this dude is steering. This car, I just clicked a button, a car showed up, and it drove me by itself with no human, not even a safety human there to like monitor the steering wheel. There was nobody. It was a very like magical experience. It was like, oh my God, this is what we call user experience in software or anything. It doesn't matter. You go to a restaurant, it's the user experience. It was a magical experience. And
I remember you called me up when you hopped in the vehicle.
Yeah.
Hey, I had to call someone up. Hey, check this out.
You were like, are you on mushrooms right now or something? Because I was like freaking out. No, I was like, oh my God. I didn't know who else to call. Actually, my two tech nerdy friends didn't pick up. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to call my homie Matt Vick, even though he doesn't give a shit about fucking driverless cars. I'm going to call him. So what I'm trying to say, guys, is that magical experience. And I promise you, it's the weirdest magical experience because you could talk about anything with your partner in the car. I can be loud. I can be obnoxious. And not have to worry about that other person judging what I'm saying. And it was just magical. I want that same experience when somebody gets on the autopilot and they go from point A to point B, that their automatic phone number is just set up for them and it's call tracking already. Like they didn't even do anything. They're just like, oh, I see how many phone calls I'm getting. I see my stats. I see, oh my God, I want it to be easy and magical. That's the goal. And mark my words, anybody who's here right now, 1 year from today, I promise you, one more year, everybody will be like, why aren't you using autopilot? That know about, they're going to be like, oh, just go to autopilot. Just switch over. Go to autopilot. Why are you on Jobber? Why are you on Health Pro? Because we're going to raise a little bit more money. I'm going to get some more talented engineers. And what we've done in 9 to 10 months is absolutely insane. Just me and my business partner. So, okay. So it's autopilot, guys. And yes, to answer your question, Riverland, it is in beta right now. So all these beautiful, magical things I'm saying are not 100% here. But like I said, I would say we're like 80 to 90% toe to toe with the big guys. We have almost all of their features. Our special sauce is coming soon, but we're more affordable right now. Unlimited employees, call tracking numbers, mobile app, web, everything at a fraction of the cost right now.
Yeah. So there is in the description, there's a link to check out autopilot. So all you have to do is look in the description and click on the link. And there's a code like Matt and JoJo? Is that the code?
Yeah. So even if they go to the App Store and search, and the website will be live in like 10 days, our awesome website, our website, meaning like when you go to like people, when you go want to learn about a product, you have to go to the website and you want to like book a demo and you learn more about the product. That website will be live very soon. But yeah, if you guys just go search autopilot CRM inside of Apple or Google, you can download it. And then you won't be able to install it or sign up without Matt and JoJo's code. So their code is Matt and JoJo, all lowercase, one word.
So I look at it like this too. If you're out there, you're just starting your business and you don't have a CRM now, that's something you should definitely do. When we first started our business, we weren't using a CRM. So you want to get those phone numbers and get those contacts into that CRM as soon as possible. And why not? You got a great deal going right now. If you're paying for HBO, Hulu, and all that junk, but you ain't taking care of your business and running it, having a CRM, what are you doing? Like, take care. Your business is your baby. If you sit there and watch all these movies and spend $3.99 on a movie on Amazon Prime or whatever, but you don't have a CRM, I'm telling you right now, you're messing up.
Yeah. So Matt, how late in the game until you got a CRM?
So I was probably, 2 years in the game, and I didn't get all those contacts in my CRM.
How many contacts do you think you maybe had served or had in those 2 years you forgot?
Oh, Wow, probably I would
Hundreds,
say
maybe
over
1,000
a
now?
couple thousand.
So imagine you had an entire list from day one to now. And I know you probably have you ever remarketed your customers yet or not yet?
Not really. No, we just have so many repeat customers that hit us up. That's why I'm
So-
really looking forward to the autopilot with the text
So
blast and all
in,
that.
our marketing tools come out in a week or two. So you are going to be able to send out a text blast to all 5,000 people, 2,000, like, when your list, if you want to import your list eventually, I'll help you import. You can also just blast, like if you tags realtors, like you can just blast, but a trick that I did, and it worked great, is I would send out a blast during the slow season, during the winter. And I would just say, hey, it's in, and I would start with the top, like, I had 5,000 contacts at the time. So I would do 500 a day, right? I'd send out 500 texts a day, say, hey, I'm in your area. I had 2 trucks running, right? One over here, one here. So I was like, hey, I'm in your area, just checking in. We haven't served you in a while. Did you need any? Just, I'm in your area, not really in their area, but I'd send the blast and I would get jobs every day during the slow season, just remarketing, just from a simple text message blast. I'm in the area, right?
Mhm.
And then it would give me 2 or 3 extra jobs per truck, just remarketing to customers in December, January, and February. So yeah. And Walter's Riverland, it's already out. It's $50 a month right now. And that includes call tracking and unlimited employees. Now, that offer will not last forever with unlimited employees and call tracking. So nobody on planet Earth has unlimited call tracking and unlimited employees. Nobody on Earth is running that deal. You will never find that anywhere else. We will eventually have to, like when you want to start stacking employees and phone numbers. Yes, it will be a little more, but so take advantage right now. It's only going to last a month or two.
That is dirt cheap. $50 a month. Me and the JoJo can't even go out to eat for $50 at a nice restaurant.
Oh,
Yeah.
Walter says something funny. That's normal for Andrew, loud and obnoxious, and have you restaurant hopping. So we were trying to find a restaurant to seat all of us. Walter, it took us like 5 restaurants because we had so many people with us. We should have just went to Chili's with you, Matt.
Yeah, you messed up for sure. So another thing I like about autopilot is how easy it is to add another phone number. I just got some more bandit signs from UZ Marketing, and me getting a new phone number took me like 2 minutes to get another number. I was like, holy shit, super fast.
Riverland, to answer your question about Australia, I'll see if I can make an exception. Text me or call me, email me, shoot me a message on Instagram. If we were already talking, because I do remember somebody from Aussie hitting me up. I don't know if that was you. Because Canada should work because international code is the same. But yeah, hit me up and I'll see what I can do as far as the phone numbers. Because I've got a couple Aussies hitting me up. You show me some kangaroos, I'll get you set up.
Yeah. Matt, how tall are you? On the Junk Fest video, you were towering over everyone. He's a tall guy.
So I'm 6'3", but Ivan, big old Ivan, he's like what, 6'8"?
Oh, he said he was 6'7".
6'7". Holy shit.
How tall are you, Matt?
I'm 6'3" and a quarter.
Okay, so you're pretty tall too. Yeah, Ivan was tall, and then when I met you, I was like, "Oh man, you're tall." Oh,
yes,
crap.
it's funny because Paul Italian. Italian was recording.
So, hold on, I'm getting her. Sage.
How rude! I'm just playing.
Sorry,
I'm just playing.
Come here.
So what I was saying, when Paul Italian was recording Ivan on the stage, part of his head was cut off.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay, so sorry, my daughter's phone call at 7. She has to take. Oh wait, hold on. It's 5:26.
You just got played right there.
I just got played right there. Okay, so sorry, I was distracted for the last 15 seconds. By the way, guys, if you have any questions about the software, please ask. What I like to tell everybody is a lot of people they're hesitant because they don't want to spend the money. And I understand because House Call Pro, Jobber, and Workies are like $180 a month. And you can get the smaller, cheaper plan, but they really restrict you. Workies starts at $225, and then now they added a $295 a month plan, but it starts at $225 a month with a 1-year contract. Ours is 50. So I tell people, as soon as you get one job, it's worth having a CRM and getting in the habit of, even if you get one job a month. Now, I know $50 might be a lot because you're like, oh, my first job was a minimum item pickup or whatever. And you're like, maybe I only made $40 off that first minimum item, or, it's your first job and you misquote and you underbid. And we all make that mistake when we first start. You underbid and you're like, oh, lesson learned. I remember my first dirt job. Never again. Never did dirt again. I just stopped doing dirt. I always overpriced dirt jobs and a couple people took it. But what I'm saying, guys, is as soon as you get your first job, you should get a CRM, especially if it's $50 a month, because you're going to build habit. You're going to build a client list, and you're just going to get in the routine of doing it. And you can see your numbers. And I promise you're going to regret 6 months later, like, oh man, even if it was only 20 or 50 clients, you're going to be like, oh, I got to go through my notepad and I got to go to my Excel sheet. I got to go to my email. I got to dig through my text messages to get all my clients together. And you're going to be all messy. You're not going to know how much money you made. You're not going to know your average job size. If it gets slow for you, and even if you only have 50 to 100 clients over the next 6 months, you can remarket those 100 clients. Just shoot them a quick text and say, hey, I'm in your area. Boom. I promise you'll get like 5, 10 jobs. Maybe not 10, but you will get at least a few jobs from just remarketing those 100 people. Then if you didn't get this software and you're like, oh man, I should have got Andrew's software, and I would have those clients in a database and I'd be able to click a button and text all of them.
And
go ahead.
Well, there's a couple of things too to consider is, just having that client base, because we've learned that alone is worth money. Right. Yep. Your client base is like a sellable asset. Right. Yep. And also in the future, like you never know what the future is going to hold. Somebody can say, I'm never selling my business ever. But you never know, 5-10 years down the road, an opportunity could come your way. Mm-hmm. And if you had a proper CRM and you did it right for all those years, your business, you'll be able to sell for really top dollar, because you've been doing it right from the very beginning and have such a good, foundation, just having a CRM.
A CRM puts most of your systems in place. If you're logging everything in your CRM, the amount of jobs, the amount of clients, and then you also are actually putting in the amounts, you can go back and see your reports. And it's just, when you find a buyer someday and you could just be like, look, here's how many jobs I did last month. Here's how many. You already have like a CRM solves like 5 of your systems problems: communication with customers, reports and data, KPIs, client lists, and the ability to market them. Right off the top, you have 5 systems in place from using one simple technically field service management software. But yeah. So
that's exactly what I was going to say too about reselling your business with the CRM, having all those contacts. Yeah, it's real important.
Which is really one of the things that you talked about at the Junk Expo is creating a sellable asset. So Load Runner says, hey, JoJo, my wife did ask to take a sign, but we really didn't take it, just so you know. Yeah, I know that you didn't. Somebody did.
So Andrew, did you steal our Junk Expo sign?
No, I didn't. Wait, what sign?
One of our signs. So we had quite a few people come up and ask if they could, because the event was over, they wanted to take a sign. And we kept saying no, because we may want to do it again someday. It was such a good success that I wanted to keep the signs, but as we went to leave, we seen that somebody did take it.
So that is a sign that the event was off the roof. If someone wants to steal your sign and take your sign, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
So My Choice Shipping had a question for you, Andrew.
Would you be marketing your product to my personal client list? Absolutely not. Your personal client list is your personal client list. I will never sell your, you hear a lot of these companies go, I will never sell your data. I'm not going to sell your data or reach out to your customers. Your customers are your customers. I would never sell anything to your client list. That'd just be fucking weird, right? So yeah, only you can sell to your own clients, and you could email and text them. So yeah, My Choice Shipping. I hope that's what you meant, and I hope that answers your question.
So Junk 180 said, on a related note, I have a Junk Expo sign up on eBay right now. Hey, James, I love you. I know you be bullshitting though, James.
If I go on eBay and see that,
Oh,
be knocking on your door.
All right. So Jordan had a question about investing, the $500 investor plan. I think he's cussing his daughter out right now.
No.
Okay, sorry about that.
Jordan says, tell me about the $500 investor plan.
So the minimum.
I'll call you later. Bye-bye.
Sorry, guys.
Love you. Okay.
So, sorry, one second, guys.
Let me ask your daughter one thing real quick.
So here, okay, so cool. We'll call it later. Come here, though. They want to, Matt and JoJo want to ask you something.
Is there a Junk Expo sign at your house by chance?
Something like that.
She's looking around.
Yeah, no.
I'm just kidding with her.
You just try to get me caught up. I
I'm
do
just
have a
kidding.
Junk Expo T-shirt though, and a Trash Life T-shirt.
Hey, it's all good.
Yeah, I know. I'll come get you when we're done. Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
We're going to a car show at 7:30 tonight.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
One of these, it was this entrepreneur that I follow that I'm like, he actually made hundreds of millions of dollars from a SaaS company, and he exited SaaS. Do you guys know what SaaS is?
No.
So the industry that we're in is called SaaS, right? Software as a service, meaning something you pay for monthly, whether it's StreamYard, you might pay for that, or whether it's whatever software that you pay monthly for is considered SaaS. This guy made hundreds of millions of dollars from SaaS, right? And he has a course that teaches you, like, people like how to make money from your SaaS. I didn't sign up for his course. I don't really need it, but he's a really amazing entrepreneur. And he just happens to be down the street at a car show because he's really into cars and he's doing a giveaway, signing some books. So I want to go meet. So I'm really excited. We're going to go to a car show and meet somebody I look up to. Actually, hold on. He wrote this book. Incredible book for people. Guys, I talked about virtual assistants for a little bit. Buy back your time. He goes in detail about how to get VAs. And I've been doing this since I've been hiring VAs since I was 22 years old. I've been doing VAs my entire life. But when I read this book, he puts it into so much more clarity than I ever could. So if you guys are interested in learning how to hire VAs, go buy this book. This book is
Since we're talking about books too, just so everyone knows, Xavier has a book out, Junk Removal Secrets, Commercial Leads. He has a couple books out.
There you go, right there. You can find them on Amazon. And if you're in the junk business or you're wanting to get commercial leads,
Daniel. Okay. Xavier, yes. LTV and CAC metrics. Okay. A lot of good stuff in here. Andrew Fast with the mute. Yeah. I gotta, we got crazy people on the other side of the phone. We got to mute that. You never know. Xavier, LTV and CAC metrics on autopilot will be amazing. Oh, Jordan, sorry, I skipped over your question. You can invest in autopilot a minimum of $500. You get early access to the software. I'll let you pay the $50 a month plan a little bit, stay kind of on that price range for probably like 6 to 12 months. So you get the benefit of like getting the cheaper price, the top tier plan at a cheaper price. And then eventually you will have to pay the normal rates, but I promise you this will always be cheaper than everybody else and better. So there's many perks to it. Xavier, LTV and CAC, this is complicated stuff, but it's going to be game changing. And that's going to be a part of that magical experience. Now, LTV and CAC won't mean too much to you, Matt and JoJo, because you don't pay for Google ads. And, you might do a little bit of Facebook ads, but that doesn't really cost that much. It's still a cool number to know. But people who are spending a lot of money on SEO and paying, and you and I both know some people pay a lot of money on SEO. A lot of people pay money on Google ads. A lot of people do Bing ads and spend a lot of money on Yelp ads. So LTV and CAC is going to be powerful for those people. And that's going to be part of that magical experience where we pull the data from Facebook, from Google, from Yelp, from Bing, from anywhere and everywhere you're spending money, and we put it right under your dashboard so you can see, am I being fucked? That in short, it's like, am I losing or making money? That's what LTV to CAC is. And Jordan, Dan Martell, he's incredible. Yes, Dan Martell.
That's really good to know, because a lot of people pay a shit ton of money for SEO, like $1,000, $2,000 a month.
Yeah, and you know, it's a taboo topic to talk about, because I know a lot of people are respected in the community, and there's a lot of great guys out there. Like, I watch a lot of guys on Facebook, and you know, there's people out there like Louis Vandervalk. He's got a great reputation. Have I ever used him personally? No. Does he know his stuff? Yes. Can I? But at the end of the day, you should not be spent. And this is not to dig into Louis at all. Louis, I'm sure you're amazing, but you should not be spending $2,000 a month on SEO unless you're making really good money. And I think Louis, that's why I respect Louis a little bit, is I think he tells you, you need to be making money before you pay me. You know, Junk 180.
Oh, yeah. He said, you know what he would love to see as a feature is to give them the ability to sort contacts into various remarketing.
Done. It's already built. We launch it next week, 2 weeks tops. So you can have an entire remarketing campaign to realtors. You tag them. You can have one for property managers. You can have them for storage unit people. You can do any tag you want and do an entire campaign, SMS blast, or an entire remarketing campaign where it sends up multiple text messages to specific tags. So you can tag customers, people who are cool, or realtors, or whatever you want to say, and they can get specific. What's really powerful is it even goes deeper. You can send these people specific postcards. You can send them ringless voicemail drops. You can send them text messages. You can send them emails, all with one click on our platform. And those features come out in 2 weeks. Postcards and ringless voicemail drops, those will come in probably a couple, 2 to 3, 4 months, but emails and text messages for sure.
So James, Junk 180, are you using autopilot right now, or are you still with Workies? I'm just curious.
Who's James, by the way?
Oh, he is kind of not really in our area.
He's in the next county over. He's in Solano County.
Which one is James in here? I don't see any James.
Junk 180.
Junk 180.
Oh yeah, Junk 180. Yeah, oh shit. Yeah, Junk 180. You invested as well. Thank you so much. He invested at your guys' event. So thank you so much, guys. Junk 180. Yeah, you guys are an investor too. You're an investor too. And yes, I will make you guys rich. I promise you. I can't make promises.
I like that mindset you got too. Yeah,
I do too.
So, you know, we are filed with the Securities Exchange Commission. So, which means there's a rule when people buy stock in your company, you can't promise you're going to make them rich, right? So, but I'm going to die trying to make you rich. How's that? So I will die on this hill trying. This is, but anyways, yes, awesome.
Well, we would rather have you an alive friend than to be rich.
No, I don't care. Die. Do what you got to do. I'm trying to buy a house, another house somewhere, like on a waterfront somewhere.
Somebody has a question here. Let's just see. Says, any ideas? My main competition has a super low full price that they make public, and he has Google guarantee. He pops up first and is doing jobs dirt cheap. Any suggestions for this person? How do they overcome that?
Come on, Andrew, answer that question.
Oh, so I mean, okay. My main competition has a super low full load price that he makes public and is Google guaranteed. Not everybody's going to be your customer. Okay. So maybe those few people searching on Google, and news flash, by the way, not that many people are typing in junk. There's a good amount typing in junk removal on Google and seeing those ads, but what? He's probably getting a few phone calls a day. Okay. You're losing a few phone. I'm in LA and I was spending a frick load of money on Google ads and I was getting about 10, 20, 30 phone calls a day. Okay, fine. He wins right there. You can win on Facebook. You can win on Craigslist. You can win in person. You can win with realtors. You can win with storage units. You could win in so many other different methods than Google guaranteed ads. So maybe he might be outpricing you, and if he's paying for Google Guaranteed, probably going to lose money eventually if his price is that low. Google Guaranteed is expensive, so you could win other ways, right, Matt? You could.
So what I was going to say is that he's probably going to get so busy doing jobs for so cheap, and when that phone rings for these other customers, guess who they're going to call? He ain't going to be available. They're going to call us up. So I wouldn't even worry about them.
Yeah, if he's doing it super cheap, I'm guessing that he doesn't have like, if you go get the bigger jobs, like your, the word I'm thinking of, I can't think of. I'm sorry, but the bigger not corporate, but the big jobs.
Oh, commercial.
That's the word I'm looking for. So he probably doesn't have all the things he needs to be able to like do the commercial jobs. So I would target the people that have money to spend. I would spend my time doing like Facebook ads and doing the demographics on Facebook to where you're targeting the zip codes that have money. So you want to target people because it's a luxury service. You want to target people that have the money and want to spend the money and not run around doing jobs dirt cheap.
So what I was going to say too is we got a lot of people out here that are a lot cheaper than us, but we stay way more busier than anyone else besides 1-800-GOT-JUNK because we built a strong brand and people just like us. They love us. They want to use us and they refer us. So you ain't got to be the cheapest person. You just got to have a good brand, show up, answer the phone, and be able to sell yourself. Because I know one thing, I don't always hire the cheapest person. I had a guy come in here and do my floor, and he was a little bit cheaper. I'll never hire his ass ever again. I'll never refer him ever again to no one.
I made that mistake. I posted on Facebook. I hired somebody cheap, and I immediately regretted it. And, sometimes we cut corners like that. And at the end of the day, there's people who's willing to pay for good customer service. I lost jobs to 1-800-GOT-JUNK a lot because they liked the idea of there's people who's willing to pay top dollar because that's what they want. I got kicked out of a neighborhood once of my yellow box truck because of graffiti. The guy said it was a rich community and he sent me off. He's like, he was embarrassed and ashamed of what I pulled. So point is, those aren't your customers. You will find your customers in other channels of marketing. Don't sleep on yard signs either, my man. Don't sleep on yard signs. Is there a question? I want to answer this guy's question. My Choice Shipping. He says, are you able to explain today what are the extra costs for these extra benefits? How much upcharge is it for new phone numbers? Okay. So My Choice Shipping. Good question. If you sign up now and you get in, you get 3 phone numbers. It was 5, but the phone numbers cost me money. So you get 3 tracking numbers. Okay. You get marketing tools, which are coming out next week. And you get our phone system, which is almost done. So you can text, you can have call tracking. So the numbers come to you personally. And then you can actually dial out from your autopilot numbers. You can actually call out as well. But there's a lot more coming. So that's at $50 a month. Now, when we're out of beta, for the people who are still if you're investors, it's different. But if you're paying the beta price and you're utilizing all the marketing tools, you're utilizing the phone system, you're utilizing the call tracking, you're utilizing everything that we have to offer, we'll grandfather you in for a few months. But the most it's going to go to is $100 a month, guys. So I want you to know that I'm not going to gouge you. Okay. And that's only if you're using those. Not everybody's going to probably be using the marketing tools and call. Not everybody does call tracking. Some people are just okay. Like Matt and JoJo, I don't think you guys are doing call. I don't think you care to do call tracking right now. Maybe you will in the future, but not everybody needs 5 or 10 phone numbers to do call tracking. I think call tracking is cool. You should always do call tracking if you're paying for ads 100%. So you can make sure where these, but to answer your question, it might go to it'll always stay at $50 a month. But if you want call tracking, phone system, ad tracking, and marketing tools, it might go to $99 a month, which is still an insane value to be able to market to your customers and remarket and do campaigns and sequences and call blah, 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 blah. So I hope that answers your question, My Choice Shipping.
So I got a question for you, Andrew. When did you decide to make the CRM? Were you on the trucks working? You're like, oh shit, I don't like this, I don't like that. How did it come to your
If you go watch my first video I've ever posted, oh my God, it's like watching that video gets me emotional because I was in such a rough state, right? Like I was like trying to figure shit out because COVID like ruined shit for a lot of people. My intent, I got the junk removal business. I was 6 months in when I posted that video, 6 months into my junk removal journey. And I'd finally hit my first $40,000 month. And I'm like vlogging, oh my God, I hit $40,000. And my intentions were to go back to my travel app. I have this really cool idea for a travel app, guys. Like it really was, I think it's a cool idea, right? But 1 year in to my junk removal business, when I went to the Junk Expo, I was about 1 year in. And I forget if it was at the Junk Expo or JunkCon. I forget if it was right before JunkCon or right after, but I was in the steam room before I quit caffeine. Okay. And the reason why I used to steam all the time. They had this eucalyptus steam room, and I'm ADHD, and I had to use the steam room all the time because I had such anxiety. I had such anxiety. And then somebody suggested quitting caffeine, and it changed my life. It got rid of my anxiety. So I no longer need the steam room as much, but I used to go to the steam room all the time. And I remember in the steam room, I take my phone in the steam room because I'm a psycho. I didn't ever want to miss a phone call. I took my phone in the steam room to never miss a phone call. It hit me. I was going through at the time, I was on Workies, and I was like, this software sucks. I was like, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. You know, if you're ever watching this, you played your role. Okay. You did what you did. You played your part. Daddy's coming home. Okay. Daddy's coming.
Daddy's home.
Hey, and by the way, Workies, Jobber, and House Crawl Pro, don't feel threatened. Can I give you guys a quick statistic? There's 2.5 million home service businesses in America. 2.5 million. The biggest company in the world, Jobber, only has 35,000 businesses signed up with them. That's it. Out of 2.5 million. That's 1.4%. What I'm telling you guys is there's no monopoly. Workies only has 5,000 to 10,000 companies signed up with them. That's it. Out of 2.5 million. So there is enough for everybody to win in this. Okay, so back to your question. I was in the steam room and it hit me. I was like, dude, this software is hard and complicated. It could be so much better. I was like, I'm sick of using CallRail. I'm sick of using Chirp to send out text message blasts. I'm sick of using all of these. I have big plans. We're going to have payroll built into this too. Like I'm using this for payroll. Like why do I have to take my time clock cards for my employees and then go over here and run payroll? I was like, I have massive idea. This is going to be I want to eventually make this where you deploy your website from here. You click a button and your website's up, right? Like I have a lot of ideas. And so it was in the steam room and I was like, you know what? And it like switch flipped. I was like, I'm done with my travel app. I'm doing this. So it was the steam room.
It was the steam room.
1 year into the business. 1 year into the business.
I got one more question. Diddy wasn't in there, was he, with you?
No. I do have a crazy steam room story, but we'll save that for not on YouTube Live. Sure. Just something in a Korean steam room spa downtown LA. And I was like, okay, I'm getting the heck out of here.
Yeah, that sounds kind of freaky.
But yeah, no Diddy freak offs in the steam room.
Okay, cool.
So Sarah asks, Andrew, do you ever feel like you sold Jedi prematurely?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Sarah, had I waited 8 more months, I would have walked with $400,000 to $500,000 instead of $225,000. But I couldn't run that company, even though I had like a semi operations manager. Had I waited a little longer, but the thing is I wanted to work on the software, and there's no way to build software and run. There's no way. There's just no way to run 2 businesses at a time unless you're like, you have millions of dollars and you can delegate. Like the only reason Elon Musk can run 8 companies is because he's just higher level making decisions and everybody else does the work. He points the fingers, like I'm physically doing the work, like on autopilot and the operations, you kind of have to do a lot of work too. So it's physically impossible to run those 2 companies and have kids. So, but yeah, Sarah, I definitely could have, if I just waited a few more months, got one more year of tax returns under my belt. My broker told me I'd sell for 2x. So I would have sold for about $450,000, $500,000, maybe even close to 3x, maybe. So, but I was like, I have to start the software. So yes.
So I got a question for you, Andrew. How many signs were you putting out like a month in your area?
I didn't start the yard signs until probably 6 months before I sold the company. And the only reason I started doing the yard signs, that's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
So the only reason I started doing the yard signs is because it started, there was Google Ads is not going to save your ass. Like there are, even when I'm running Google Ads and spending a lot of money, there's days that are slow. So that's when I was like, my employees would hit me up and be like, do I go home, Andrew? And I was like, you know what? Let's just try this. When it's slow, go crank out 10, 20 yard signs. And it worked. It was great. I actually did a point system. So I did a point system for my employees, which really motivated them. They got a certain amount of points on yard signs and a certain amount of points on door hangers and a certain amount of points on shift covers, right? So I would track their points. So anytime they covered a shift for somebody or anytime they yard signs, whatever, I'd let them cash their points out at the end of the month for money.
Okay. That's
for
cool.
cash money.
So what was the percentage on your signs? What would you say you were getting?
So I actually did a video on this. I did 100 yard signs and I made $8,000. And then I did another 100 yard signs and I did $3,000. Then I did another 100 yard signs and then I kind of stopped. I don't remember, but I had a really good month at $8,000, and then I had a lot slower with $3,000. 100 yard signs. I mean, it's guaranteed you'll minimum make probably $2,000 from 100 yard signs at minimum. In my experience out here in LA, so 100 yard signs is like $200 to $400, depending if you get the stakes or not. Like, if you get it without the stakes, it'll be like $200, and you can just go put them all in telephone poles. So you'll make minimum $2,000 from 100 yard signs. You could put out 100 yard signs in 3 days.
Yeah, no problem. We did probably about a couple of weeks ago. We did about 20 signs. We landed at $1,000 job. Lady walked outside. She seen the sign on the pole. She said it was a sign from God, Sonoma Strong Hauling.
Yeah.
Trash in her garage. She needed to get hauled away. And we actually did a job for her neighbor too.
Yeah. So what I tell people is yard signs is a great short-term solution until your SEO and your organic and repeats and your referrals, right? Matt is funny. He is funny.
Yeah.
Matt's a natural. Matt, you have what we call wit. You like off the top of your head, you say some funny stuff sometimes. Like you got that wit.
You got that wit?
Yeah, you got wit.
All right, I got that. It's better than a wig, right? Better
than do you use the sign stapler to put them up?
Yeah, you should build one of those. You can go type in bandit sign stapler gun or something on YouTube. And Matt, do you have it? Did you take the PVC pipe and build this like long PVC pipe with a stapler gun so you can put them high up on telephone poles?
I'm 6'3". I'm 6'3". All I use is a nail and a washer. I tell who.
Yeah, and you reach up, you can get like 7-8 feet high. Yeah, okay.
We're all good.
Xavier even says yard signs are one of the most predictable marketing channels I've seen. Yeah. So even if you guys are worried about getting in trouble, just put junk removal and get an autopilot tracking number. That's it. You'll be fine.
That's what I got with the new boxes.
Yep.
Same thing.
Oh, are you testing a tracking number?
Yeah, I am.
Put autopilot tracking number to the test?
Yeah, I'm putting it to the test.
Heck yeah.
It's because some lady hit me up. She actually emailed me. She said, "Stop putting your trashy signs around my neighborhood." It's when I put 20 signs out. I'm like, lady, come on now.
Like, those people need to take a chill pill. It's like, yo, every sign I put out takes out 4,000 tons of garbage. So one sign gets rid of 4 tons of waste properly. So you need to take a chill pill, Karen.
Exactly.
Or I don't know the exact data, but it's like, hey, we're putting out a little sign to get rid of waste for other people. I think we're doing more good than harm.
Yeah. Look here, Karen. This is what we're doing. I only placed 15 yard signs. We waited a couple of months and got a $1,500 easy warehouse drive-in clean out. Didn't get much calls, but literally could connect you with anyone. So they're worth it.
Yeah, so it's like, imagine if you didn't stop at 15 yard signs and wait 2 months. Imagine you put out 15 every day. Like, if you're sitting on your couch and you're not busy, you should be putting out yard signs or doing something, social media, SEO, cold calling, real estate offices, right? Something.
Yeah. What is it? What is this person saying? How do you explain tracking your yard sign?
With a tracking number, when you answer the phone, so no more strong hauling, wouldn't you put it in a way of getting tickets from the city? So I don't know what you're saying, My Choice Shipping, but how do you explain tracking your yard signs with a tracking number when you answer the phone, so no more strong? Oh, so okay. I think what he's trying to say is, okay, you have a tracking number, so they can't Google your phone number and find out who you are. They can't Google your name. It just says junk removal with a tracking number. So you're not trackable, right? So when you have a tracking number and you get an angry person to call that tracking number, it is very obvious when they are angry. But I personally, when the yard sign, my software or the software I was using, CallRail, it would show who's calling. It'd show what tracking number. So I'd say, oh, junk removal. How can I help you? You don't go, Sonoma Strong Hauling, please Google me. And then after you say junk removal, I promise you, they will show their colors immediately of how angry they are. Then you just know, okay, yeah, I'm not going to tell this. You know immediately. So those tracking numbers are a prevention of those people. As soon as you say junk removal, they'll be like, why are you putting fucking signs around the city? So then at that point, you just hang up.
So also, though, they might be wondering like why we do it in the first place, but that they're going to keep track of the number. So it's like if that number gets called, we know that it came from a sign.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
They might not realize that that's
Yep.
why we did that.
So, yeah, and that's why I tell people who are in cities that they are just unsure of if they're going to get like a call from the sheriff. I've never had a sheriff call, but I've had some angry customers like, how dare you put your sign over here? And I just like, yeah, the tracking number. What are you going to do? Can't Google it. The tracking number's not on my website. You won't find it.
I had code enforcement call me up one time from a block number. She's like, you got all your signs out here in Hillsburg right now. You need to take these down before I find you. So what's your name? I said, I ain't telling you my name. Who are you? So I'm the police. I said, you ain't the police. And all of a sudden I heard the scanner inside her car. I said, you know what, ma'am? I'm going to come pick up my signs later on today.
Yeah, but now with a tracking number, man, they don't have the time to like, they don't have the time. So yeah. So we actually did 100 signs and only made 350 so far. Last time, 25 signs made us over 2K. So load runner. How many of those signs did you stake in the ground versus putting up high on telephone poles that are unreachable? Abel from Temecula Valley has a really good yard sign video. Go watch that video. Abel from Temecula Valley Junk. He has 4 techniques about yard signs. Go watch that video. He shows you how to get zip ties and put it to stop signs. He shows you how to put divots and then little zip ties and put it to chain link fences. And then obviously the telephone poles. So there's like methods of yard signs that make them stick around longer. Because if you put them in the ground, those are gone fast. They're gone fast. Mm-hmm. All high on poles. Yeah, I mean, I guess every city's different. So with that, hey, we're coming up. Hey, I don't want to keep you guys too long. So let me do an outro. And then if anybody, Matt and JoJo, if you have anything to say, or anybody has any last minute questions, guys, check out Autopilot. Matt and JoJo is going to be doing probably another video on it eventually soon. I'm going to give you guys a cool intro. Hopefully you put the download link on every video soon. Like I'll let you guys worry about that later. But guys, if you guys want Autopilot, this beta is not going to last long. We're only taking 100 more people at the beta price. Download Autopilot Home Services in Google Play, Apple Store. The invite code to get access is Matt and JoJo. All lowercase, all one word.
All right.
And just so they know, too, Andrew's going to be in most of our videos now, a little 20-second commercial, him talking about Autopilot. So we're going to feed it to you guys every single day until you get a CRM and make your business better.
And remember, the link is in the description in the video. And
it is a write-off, too. So why not have it?
Yeah. And Yeah, if you guys help us help you, we'll be here for you. So you guys use the software, help me make the investors their money. I help you make your business worth more money because you're using awesome software. We all help each other, So, and also, Matt, you're using the software, and even in beta, you like it, love it, right?
No, I love it. No, I really, really like it a lot. I've been just playing with it the whole time. I actually switched over completely from Workies to autopilot. So 100% using it right now.
Now we just need to port over your number, and that's the last stage. So whenever you're ready to do that, we'll do that. But yeah, so guys, thank you so much, Matt, JoJo.
It's always a pleasure having you.
I'll probably talk to you tomorrow or something. Who knows?
Yep. And then I got a really good update coming out. We're gonna probably submit it tonight or tomorrow. Tomorrow, because I'm going to the car show right now. I'm taking my kids to the car show and gonna go meet Dan Martell himself. He's there. This is the guy I'm going to meet right now.
Nice.
Yeah, he's there right now. Hopefully, I get to actually meet him. I should. I'll post on my Instagram and my Facebook stories so you guys can see. I'll be like a little fangirl, like, oh my God. But guys, yeah. So Junk Expo was awesome, and thank you for using the software and investing, giving me your hard-earned cash, and really having faith in me. And it was, you are one of the first investors in autopilot. Like we're talking like back in February or March or something. So like you're one of the first investors, like one of the first 5.
And just know too, Andrew didn't ask me either. We got off a live one day and I was like, Andrew, hey, I called you up and said, me and JoJo want to invest. What's up? You were like, I was going to ask you, but I didn't want to ask you.
Yeah, we were just talking about, I think it was just one of our lives, and I talked about it, and I was like, talked about the potential, the future, and the plans. And yeah, you kind of asked me, and I was like, yeah, man, you want to put in some money? Let's do it. So 5 years, and we're going to be fishing wherever the most exotic, expensive place in the world. Hey, do you like hunting?
Oh, do I like hunting? Yeah, I can hunt.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go on an African safari hunt.
Oh,
because one of my friends was pitching me this. It's like $20,000, right? And that you can go hunt rhinos, and they take you. They take you through the African safari, and they set up like these glamping tents, like, and they serve you the food, and they just like, and you hunt like exotic, like, and it's legal. There's certain areas in Africa where it's legal. You can choose like zebra, rhino, lion, and so that. How cool would it be to go on an African safari glamping hunting trip?
Woo, it sounds like a plan to me. I'm ready.
That would be like the most epic, with like me and all the investors, like us, few investors who had faith in me. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Sounds like a plan. Well, you have some fun tonight with your daughter and your wife and your son, and
yep.
We'll catch you on the next one.
All right, guys. As always, I leave you with this: success is often covered in dirt. So is gold at one point. Toodles.
And with that being said, Andrew is the man, JoJo. Autopilot is going to be off the hook.
Yep.
And just know, Matt and the JoJo back that shit up 100%.
From the very beginning.
From the very beginning. So hopefully you like this video. Make sure you guys smash that like button. And if you haven't invested yet, hit up Andrew or actually use our link. What's the link again? It's in the description.
In the description. Yeah, if you want to give autopilot a try, click the link in the description and check out autopilot for yourself.
And we'll catch you on the next one. And remember, me and the JoJo and Andrew, we love all you guys.